welcome to this week's flower arranging video. I'm Hannah, and today we're gonna have this nice orange and green palette. We're gonna make kind of a whimsical, natural piece. So the flowers I have today, bells of Ireland, which are such a nice full varietal, and they have a nice kind of minty scent that adds a little something extra. Next we have orange tulips, and they're one of my favorites just because they keep growing, and you never know exactly what they're going to look like later. Next I have a nice orange pincushion. Mine's a little bit of a baby today, but it's going to open and look beautiful. Next I have green lisianthus, which have tons of little buds that you can break apart for a boutonniere, bud vase, even just a little thing to give, a friend. And next I have sword fern and nice aspidistra leaves. So since I'm doing more of a garden-y feel, I really want to leaf wrap my base. Because a lot of these varietals, they tend to make the water a little more dirty. So just to prevent against anything, I'm going to wrap up our base just by cutting off the stems and wrapping like so. There we go. One more just to make sure it's all the way wrapped. Next, I'll take my bells of Ireland. So I have really tall bells today. So I think I'm actually going to cut them into two sections, leaving 2 layers of flowers on there. And then I'll just pull off the rest of these. So I'm going to do this with all of my pieces. And it's going to make our arrangement even fuller and a little bit more whimsical too. And the fun part about this, every time you pull off a flower, that nice scent comes out. Just so exciting. Be careful, they have little baby prickles. They don't really hurt, they're just a little more shocking than you expect. Here we go, my last one. So to start, I'm going to start with the peg type. And I'm just going to place these all on one side, in a corner kind of. Just at different levels. I cut some of them a little taller and some a little shorter. Once we're finished, we won't really see these little pegs, but it's a nice way to fill out and make the most of how much floral you have. There we go. Next, we'll go to our tops. Keeping these all in the corner, just going to fill in the pegs and create a second layer. You'll see it makes the base look even fuller, which makes it look more expensive. And don't worry which direction the bells are going in either. It's more fun with this kind of a piece to let them go in different ways. Here we go. Nice. Now next, I'm going to put in some sword fern. And I just like to take off these bottom layer leaves. They come off super easy. Just do them all at once. Awesome. And now I'm just going to cut these and place them at varying heights inside my piece, using the bells to kind of hold things together. And this is going to bring that nice leafy green from the bells all the way to the other side of the arrangement. Again, don't worry which direction they're going in. This is supposed to be a bit more of an organic piece. So we're just kind of letting the flowers do what they want. Nice. Perfect. Next, we'll move on to our nice lizzies. And usually I would break these apart into little pieces, but since I'm making a taller arrangement, we're just going to keep these all together in a group and put some in between the different groups of sword fern. They're kind of a romantic flower. So I like to just put them in between a bit. They're going to soften up the texture of this piece. We'll put a few up front too, just so that's the first thing that you see. So adorable. Here we go. And we're starting to get that wild look that I love. Next, we're bringing in some color. So we're going to move on to our tulips. And remember, these are going to grow. So if you put them down a little bit further at the beginning, they're going to grow up in that wild, natural texture. So we're going to make sure we have a little bit of this orange throughout. And always keep in mind that they will grow. So give them room to do so. Just going to add one every little place. Here we go. Oh, and I have a nice little double tulip, which is so unique. Here we go. Got a lot of stems in here. Sometimes you have to just search around until you find a nice groove. Oh, there we go. Nice. Now for our last little addition, nice pincushion in the front. These pins are really long lasting, so even after the rest of the piece goes, we'll be here to stay. Now we'll just move around a little bit of fern so we have more popping up to the front. And we're ready. So you won't really know what this looks like till a couple days later, but it's going to grow into a wild, natural piece. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.